Hello friends, welcome back to Harmony Yoga. I want to teach a class to you here on this YouTube channel that I taught last night to a live group in the park. And this was after talking to a friend going through some adversity. And it brought back a lot of memories of some times in my life that I have gone through challenges. And I love the spirit of this practice because it helps us remember that it's the challenges in our practice, but also in our life that actually make us stronger. So today we're going to play around with challenges on our mat, knowing that we are building that resilience through the challenge on our mat. So, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I know we've all been through a great deal of adversity over the last several months. But maybe there's a particular time in your life that you surprised yourself that you were maybe stronger than you thought you were. I've noticed in my time of adversity, other people noticed my strength more so than I noticed that in myself. So go ahead and close your eyes and turn inward and begin to connect with that part of yourself that is very strong, that part of yourself that is powerful beyond your recognition sometimes. And give yourself that grace and that gratitude to connect with that person, that part of you that takes you one step beyond, a little further than you thought you could go. That place inside of us that builds strength, that inner reservoir, so that when adversity comes knocking, we can respond peacefully, graciously, with mercy, with forgiveness perhaps. So what do you do when you've done all that you can do and it's not enough? We stand, right? We stand on the foundation that we have been blessed to have through the way we've been raised perhaps, or the village of people that have helped raise us. Through prior experience, we stand on that foundation. And we know that there is no strength without challenge. And adversity builds tenacity within us. And as my wise friend reminds me, adversity is also, and it gives you an advantage. Because when you know how to handle adversity, you understand how to come up with a plan B, you understand that you're flexible, you understand that you've got people around you to lean on when you need it. And so for all of those times of adversity that we may be facing now or in the future, we connect with that power inside of us. Connecting now to the breath, touching base with the breath and encouraging the lungs to become fuller. The lungs expand, filling with that life force energy. And then bringing the hands together in front of the heart and offering gratitude for that place deep within you, for that certain part within you that has been stronger than you thought you could be. Setting an intention today to connect again to that place of strength within us. Lifting your head, opening your eyes. Go ahead and come to a standing position. And we're going to start out here just playfully warming up. So bring your feet parallel, hip width apart, and begin moving your pelvis around in a circle. And take the pelvis around in the opposite way. Good, and coming back to center. And then shift your weight onto the balls of your feet, back onto your heels, and then finding a place in the middle. And then shifting your weight to the right and to the left, to the right and to the left, and then come back to center. Feel all four corners of your feet connect as you lift and separate your toes. Push down through the ball of the big toe, the inner heel, the ball of the little toe, and the outer heel. And then inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. And exhale, lean over to the right. Feel the length come into the whole left side. Pushing down now, feeling the earth beneath you, and by pushing down, notice your heart can lift. You feel a little bit taller, a little bit stronger. Inhale back up, go over to the left and push down more through the right foot. Feel that length come all the way into that right side. Still connecting to the breath, maybe a little bit trickier now that you're kind of sideways, but on the next inhale, come back to center, and then bring the hands to the upper thighs, bend the knees, move the hips back, reach the heart forward, and then on your exhale, go the other way. Push the spine back, round the upper back, and go back and forth here. So we're really exaggerating the spine going back and forth, and when you match it with the breath, you start to lengthen the breath so you can lengthen the movement. And you can even stay, if you find a particularly stuck point, to just stay there, breathe through it, then come back. Back and forth. Good, and come upright. Come to the front of your mat, feet parallel and hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, and exhale, come down, forward fold. Using your blocks or the floor, inhale, lift halfway up, and exhale, release down. Inhale, step the right leg back to deep lunge. Move your hips side to side. Again, being a little playful here, a little creative, just exploring here. Come back to center and then twist the spine by reaching the left arm up to the sky. Scoop the outer left hip under. Send that energy down your left heel. And stay with the breath. Feel the earth supporting you by pressing all four corners of the left foot into the floor and the ball of the right foot. And then reach the hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. And here we're going to bend one leg and then the other. Extending the arms long, pushing the fingertips down. And again, exploring by bending and straightening the legs, maybe aiming the knees to the opposite side of your mat, and moving the hips. Well, all right, we need to tuck that in. Okay. Good, and then bring the right foot up between your hands. Move the hips side to side. We've got a little dynamic movement going on here. And then push down through all four corners of the right foot, and the ball of the left foot, reach the right arm up to the sky, scoop your outer right hip under, push down through your right heel, draw the shoulder blades together on the back as you twist. Sighing out, letting go here, and then bring that hand down, step forward, forward fold, push all the way down through the feet. Reach your arms up to the sky. Bring your hands together at the heart here. Closing the eyes softly. Feeling the life force energy pulsating through you. Connecting to the power. Connecting to the support of the earth. So gravity moves us down, but we push down into the earth to get taller. Elongating the spine. Pulling up through the crown of the head. And inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, come down to your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, release down. Inhale, step the left leg back this time. Swivel the back heel down and come upright. Bending into the left knee, or the right knee rather, and bring your arms out. So this is a wonderful pose to experience that strength of pushing down into the earth. So that which supports you, you push down into that, and then let your heart get light. Let the crown of your head lift, looking out over the right fingertips. Feel the strong and powerful warrior two pose. All the while you're feeling the softness of your skin, the openness of your mind and your heart. So we can be powerful in our own right by placing a boundary around what is meaningful and supportive to us. But we can be strong yet supple. Reverse the arms. Keep the legs just as they are. Take the left hand down the left leg, right arm up, looking up under the armpit, and bringing your hands down to the mat. Step back to top of a push-up position. Shoulders are over the wrists. You can drop the knees or keep the legs straight. Bend the elbows. Lower down. Rotate the shoulders up and away from the floor and untuck your feet. Walk your feet out of your pelvis there so your legs get longer. And then drag the hands back. Lift the heart forward. Tuck the elbows in by your side. So the elbows are nice and bent. The hands are dragging back and the feet are pressing down. Feel the whole back side of the body be active. The front side of the body is lifting. And then lower, cross your arms one over the other, rest your forehead. So all those muscles that we're just working so hard, let them relax for just a breath or two. And then we're going to push back to child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes touching. Sit your hips back to your heels. Come up onto your fingertips. So we call this spider fingers. Pushing down in the fingertips. Press your forehead down. Drag the fingertips back toward your hips. Pushing down with the fingertips, can you feel the outer armpits lift? The wrist, the forearm, elbows. And then curl your toes under, flatten your hands, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift both heels. Let the belly come back toward the thighs and drag the heels down and back. Bring the left foot up between your hands, swivel the back heel down, come upright, move your inner thighs back, scoop the tailbone, bend into the left knee, open the arms out to the side. Here what I want you to do is pull the energy in from your fingertips toward the heart on the inhale, and then exhale, extend the arms out. Do that to the legs too. Inhale, draw the feet together, move the inner thighs back, scoop the tailbone, and exhale, send the energy back out your feet. Do that now, hands and feet. Inhale, draw in. Exhale, extend out, and this time we're going to take the right hand down the right leg, left arm up to the sky. Strong, peaceful, powerful, merciful warrior. Bring your hands back down to the earth and step forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Spin the inner thighs back and reach the crown of the head forward. And exhale, release back down. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. Bring the hands to the heart. Pause and feel. You can even close your eyes here. Good, and release. Okay, we're going to go through a little challenge here. So this is where the challenge comes in. Stand on your left foot. Grab a hold of the kneecap of your right foot. Lift and separate the toes. And notice what happens to the whole leg. The muscles of the legs are hugging into the bones, right? So that gives us that power. And then draw the belly button back toward the spine. Lift and open the heart. The other hand can counterbalance any way you like. You can even have a chair here in front of you for extra support. So staying here or moving the knee out to the side. Move the inner thighs back. Scoop the tailbone. Lift and open the heart. Reach up through the crown of the head. Feel free to touch down here or simply grab a hold of that right ankle. Hips back. Scoop the tailbone. Draw the knee together. And then anywhere you want that other arm to be for counterbalance. You might need to move around as we challenge ourselves. This isn't easy. Release the knee to the earth. Scoop the tailbone. Lift the gaze. Lift the heart. Nice job. Staying with the breath here. Let go. If you need to touch down, go for it. Otherwise, cross the ankle over the knee. Move the hips back. This foot is still, toes are still lifted and separated. That foot is still engaged. Feel that all the way up the leg. Staying here, pressing. There's a midline that goes between you or separates you right and left side. Hug into that. Hug your hips together. Hug your shoulders together. Yes. Nice job coming up and out of that posture. Nice job. Do you need to shake out your left leg? Go ahead and do so if you need. Good. Release your hands. Step forward with the right foot, and we're going to keep making sure the toes are facing forward. So if the toe starts to drift out, just notice that, right? No judgment. Just notice and then bring those toes forward again. Sending that energy down that standing leg so we feel solid, stable, and supportive. Just like when we're in times of trouble, life throws us a curveball. We need to remember our stability, right? Pushing down into the earth helps us lift and open the heart. So when life throws us a curveball, we don't crumble, right? We don't turn in. Sometimes we want to guard our heart, but we want to remember to remain open, right? Then grab the left kneecap, lift and separate the left toes, thighs move back, tailbone scoops down, heart lifts as if you're being pulled up by the crown of the head. Depending upon your faith background, maybe think of that as your Creator lifting you up higher. He wants to connect with you, right? So we pull up. We remember where we come from. Take that knee out to the side, or you can stay with that knee forward, you decide. Staying here with the breath, that hand can counterbalance anywhere you like, even on a chair. Whoa. All right, we're gonna grab the ankle, come into the quad stretch. So thighs go back, scoop the tailbone, draw the knees together and the heel toward the bum. So it's same hand, same leg. Sometimes we do these quad stretches. We've been trained as kids maybe to do it on the opposite side, but here we want same hand, same ankle, and then drop that knee toward the earth for a deeper stretch. This actually opening up here in the hip flexor can help with some low back issues. Yeah, as well as opening the hip, which we will do now. So bring that leg around to the knee, hug into the midline, draw in the hips, the shoulders, push the knee and the hip or the knee and the ankle together. Yes. And if you start to get unbalanced, that's okay. Catch yourself, touch down, re-engage. But we always pick ourselves back up again, right? We keep our heart lifted, the crown of the head lifted. That was awesome. So no matter how you fared during that, the fact that you got through it, right? And that's kind of the idea. We keep moving forward. We'll surprise ourselves by what we can do. So now let's take a wide stance on our mat and bring the toes so that they're facing forward. Bring the hands to the hips, push the hips back, and come into this forward fold position. Now you may not come all the way down with your head toward the floor. Maybe you can stay with your head reaching forward. Either way here. Soften here with the breath. Open to something bigger than yourself. Opening to grace. And then inhale, draw the feet together, maybe even so much so that the little toe sides of your feet start to come up off the floor. That's drawing the knees together. And then send the exhale down the legs and flatten the feet out again, because that energy is pushing down so much, it broadens the knees apart. And do that again. Inhale, draw in, lift the outer edges of your feet, and then from the pelvis, push the energy down with the exhale and feel the broadening up in the pelvis, and maybe your heart releases a little easier to the floor. Nice job. Go ahead and lower down to the mat, onto your hands and knees. Reach the left leg back, which I'll go left leg back, push down to the left hand, reach the right arm forward. Draw the belly button up toward the spine. Pushing yourself away from the floor. By pushing into the floor, feel yourself lift and rise. Good, bring your hand down to the mat. Take your left leg out to the right side of your mat and turn and look over your right shoulder. Exhale out. Good, and come back now to all fours. Extend your right leg back. Push down through your right hand and reach your left arm forward. Inhale, pushing into the earth, draw the belly button toward the spine. Lengthening out from the fingertips all the way back to the heel. And then bring your left hand down. Place your right foot to the left side of your mat. Turn and look over the left shoulder. Let go of any held tension, any trepidation. Good, and come back to all fours. Go ahead and come down onto your back. Bring the feet down and knees up. Take the feet out as wide as the sticky mat and windshield wiper your knees side to side. So both knees go to the right and both knees go to the left. Something you want to pay attention to is what's going on in your low back as you do this. So here's an example. If this was bothering my low back, when I come to the left, I can bring my left knee up toward the sky and just worry about my right leg, because that's actually what's getting this stretch anyway. So let's do this together. Bring the left knee up toward the sky. Let the right knee aim toward the left ankle and reach the right arm up overhead. Yes. Yes. You can intensify this if you put the left foot on top of the right knee, but that might be too intense, so just go gently here. Yeah, good. Release. Come back to center. Release the hand. Bring the hands to the belly. And then pause here with the breath, just feeling the breath come into the belly. Notice the difference between your right and left side. One more breath in and exhale. Release the left knee over toward the right ankle and keep the right knee up toward the sky. Reach the left arm overhead. So feel the length come in from the fingertips on the left side all the way down to the left knee. And again, if you want to go a little deeper, bring the right foot to the top of the left knee, but be very gentle here, be very cautious. That maybe is going to be too much for you. Maybe is a little too much for me, so I'm going to bring that foot back down to the floor. Good, and release. Bring the soles of both feet together. Press the elbows down, lift and open the heart. Bring the knees out to the side. Aiming the inner thighs toward the earth so you've got that curve going on in your low back. Then you can scoop the tailbone slightly to soften so those muscles aren't pinching in the low back. Again, bring the hands to the belly so you can notice the breath. Inhaling, filling the hands up with the breath. And exhaling down. Well, a few more breaths here at your own pace. And then extend the left leg long and hug the right knee into your chest. Interlace your hands behind the right hamstring and push the foot away from you. Lift and separate the toes. So notice now there's a 90-degree angle in the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And then slowly you're going to extend the angle of the knee so the leg is straight, but I'm still pushing up through my heel. So I still want a 90-degree angle in the hip and the heel. My hands are holding the leg because the leg is trying to push back into the hands, right? We always want to try to move those thighs back. The left thigh can be reaching toward the earth simultaneously, reaching through the left heel. So both legs are active and engaged here. Slightly cross over the midline, bringing the right foot just a smidge over to the left and push the hands or push the thigh into the hands. Just notice what you feel there. Breathe into any tension. Come back to center. Release the hands and slowly let the leg come down to the earth. Close the eyes. Feel the body. Perhaps there's a difference between your right and left side. The next breath in, hug the left knee into the chest. And then interlace your hands behind the left hamstring. Lift and separate the toes on the left foot and push the thigh into your interlaced fingers. Feel the low back start to lift up off the floor as you do that. Can you also engage the right leg? Lift and separate those toes. Move the right heel away from you and press the right thigh down. Then extend the left heel up toward the sky. So I'm kind of shaking here. Maybe you are too. There's quite a bit of action going on here. We're going to be passive in just a moment. So let's give a little action and then slowly take that heel across the midline over to the right. Thinking of the times that life has put you in an uncomfortable position, and can we breathe and stay active and strong, positive and responsive. Slowly come back to center and release the hands. Let that leg gently float back down to the earth. And then we get ready for our Shavasana position. Press the elbows down again, walk the shoulders underneath you, and open the palms toward the sky. Inhale, drawing in that strength, the goodness, the grace, and the blessings around you. And exhaling anything that's holding you back. So the eyes are softly closed, the mouth is soft, the jaw softens, and the teeth are parted, but the lips are together. Shoulders soften down. The arms are heavy. The knuckles are evenly weighted on both sides. Your hips are heavy. Your thighs move back toward the earth. And the feet are naturally flopped open to the side. So you're not holding any tension here. You're letting the earth support you. Feel your inner body's pulsation. Allow yourself to steep here in your own strength. Bringing awareness to the breath. Feel that breath moving inside of you. And begin making small movements with your hands, your feet, your fingers, your toes. You mindfully transition now, so hugging the knees towards your heart. Rolling over onto your right side. Draw the knees close to your heart here in the fetal position. And then push yourself up, rising up out of your stillness to your renewed strength into the seated position. Once you get here, keep your eyes closed. Take a generous breath in and let it release when it's ready. Challenge is not seen as annoyance, but actually signs of fortitude. Doing the things you feel you cannot do, but you move forward in the challenge and you find you've got a strength and a reservoir deeper and stronger than you thought you ever did. So bringing the hands together in the front of the heart and bowing in gratitude to this practice and the reservoir of strength within you, the light in my heart bows to the bright light in yours. Thank you for being here today.